I am Pamela Glaze, and I have worked at Goodwill for 6.5 years. I work at the one on Tremont Street. I work in co-vans, where I put little gift gel packs in little bags, and they ship them off to the guys who fold them and make little kits. I really like it. I like the people I work with. They're very well. Just so wonderful people I work with. The managers, I just love them because they look at me as a person and not that I have this disability. Goodwill was not my first job. I had a job that my father had got me in a printing company. I worked there for 8 years. I lost that job due to cutbacks, the downsizing. And so I was out of work for like about 3 or 4 years. I couldn't find work. Nobody wanted to hire me. When I did get work, it was a struggle to keep the job. And at the time, I didn't even know I had a disability because back at the time when I went to school, they didn't know what disabilities were. And they didn't really find out what disabilities were until, the mid-'80s. And that's when I was tested, and I found out that I did have attention deficit disorder. And that's why I was having so many problems in the workplace and in my relationships and with my parents. I love my parents, but they couldn't understand me. And so I got very depressed, very suicidal. I felt like I just didn't belong in this world because I had this disability and nobody wanted me. They didn't want to help me in my work situation. They just figured I was just a waste of time. So the world can be very cruel, and they can. I had a friend who teaches special education. She's the one who hooked me up to Goodwill, and it was probably the best thing that ever happened in my life because I was able to learn about my disability because I had the resources. They knew. They treated me like I was a person, and they made me feel like I was someone who belonged in this world because at the time I didn't think I fit in this world. And that's why I got very depressed, and I got suicidal because I felt like I was a nobody. I was worthless. Goodwill took away all that. They made me feel like a person. They made me feel like I didn't belong. They helped me with my disability to understand it, to how to work in the workplace with it. They've just been fantastic. I mean, they have found me jobs, certain jobs. I worked at a Goodwill store for a while. Because of my disability, I had to come to the one off of Tremont because I was really high maintenance. So, but seriously, ask Jason back there. We'll talk about that. So I just love Goodwill. They saved my life. They helped me to find purpose in my life, a reason to get up in the morning, and to live a wonderful, great life because I am somebody.